block.
Yeah, but they better rally soon because they've given up 3 straight buckets in the paint.
Bulls making a switch here. Aldridge is checked in. Johnson outside. Wide open. No good. Now Chicago takes it the other way. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
And in that game, guys, I mean, the beneficiary of what was some very lackluster defense being played against them.
Agreed, guys. It was really quite shocking and disappointing how many free runs to the hoop they got. He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
There's Freak, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. And whenever Freak finds himself in New York, Clark, you can always bet on seeing his mom and dad in the stands watching him play.
Well, Freak is somewhat the pride of New York with his roots and ties to the city. When they own you, they embrace you, you're theirs. And it's always nice to see a player getting that kind of love from his hometown fans.
That's good.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of him.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg. And when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Rebound, Thomas Robinson. Robinson's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Here's Brewer. And released it in time, but it's off the mark. Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. Nets lead by 1. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And the Gasol brothers, both starters in the All-Star game last season. It's the first time that's happened in NBA history. Pau talked about the joy of sharing the NBA stage with his brother Mark. Well, their story is a bit like a fairy tale, the way 2 of them, sons of medical professionals in Spain, have become 2 of the best centers in the NBA at this age.
Yeah, and especially, Kevin, when you remember what a raw talent and how big and bulky Marc Gasol was when he was drafted by the Lakers, who traded him to Memphis for his brother.
Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And, guys, what stands out to you? And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. It's the Nets up by 1.
Hey, Kevin.
And welcome back to the second half of our Halloween broadcast. Look at Joe Johnson. He's really been playing well.
Well, anytime you can get to the free throw line with that kind of consistency, that just...
And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. That was a fun night of basketball. On fabulous finish as Clark, they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
Yep, and it might not be the way a coach would have drawn it up or wanted it to end, but these fans loved it.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Kevin, we have Brooke Lopez with us. You had a great game tonight, scoring, rebounding the basketball, this kind of performance.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, Brooke Lopez, with a strong double-double, points and rebounds. He was a force that was not going to be denied with his efforts both on offense and defense. Kenny, your thoughts?
Just a dominant display by Brook Lopez in the post tonight. Lopez is a threat on multiple levels. His offense is always going to be there, but his defense isn't far behind. And I don't think he gets enough credit for his rebounding either. He's solid all around.
Just a sensational performance on a lot of levels, Ernie. Too many levels to talk about. Man, and some...
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoyed the show. From myself, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.
All right, fellas, competition time. Beat the pro. Let's go. Okay, everyone, we obviously need to be better in the open court with the ball. Let's set up in 63. All right, let's wrap it up. Feel free to hang around and take some shots. And don't forget, meet in the film room at noon.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson joined by Shaquille O'Neal. Kenny the Jet Smith, thanks for tuning in. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. In this game, we'll see the Chicago Bulls against the New York Knicks. For the Knicks, they were swept by this team last season, losing all 3 games they played against them. So they'll be motivated tonight. And let's talk for a moment about Derrick Rose. He's missed so much time the past several seasons with injuries. Kenny, is it too much to expect him to return to his former level, his MVP level?
Well, maybe not the MVP level, but he still can be a serviceable all-star, meaning he might not be able to dominate for 82 games, but he could do it for 40. And then he could do it for playoff time. So I do think the knee surgeries took a little toll on him, as they would any player, but I still think he has a lot left in the tank.
He might be able to get back to his MVP level, but let's.
And you've got it on 2K Sports for Wednesday night action in the NBA. Hi, this is Kevin Harlan, joined by my partners Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. Well, it was the Chicago Bulls in their last game, a loss to the Nets. They had a chance there right up to the end. They only lost by 3.
Yeah, they were in a funk from the field in that game. Credit the defense, though, because even when they got open looks, no rhythm to knock them down.
Hey, guys. Hey, every team has a night like that on occasion. It happens. Hey, we call them gong games. You just want to hit the gong, forget about them, and move on.
And in Chicago to start out. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. And New York looking at who they've got. P.J. Augustine out there with a foul. Then it's Anthony. Then there's Robin Lopez. And it's Henson in at the 4 slot.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow just like he got there.
And he gets it to go. Gasol's got the lead up to 14 now for the Bulls. The Knicks have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Augustine with it. Henson the pass to Anthony. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
And how's that for a move? The killer crossover. That's a thing of beauty.
Now here's Freak. He's guarded by a follow. And that one's good. Freak.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
The D just sagged off just enough, and no hesitation on his part.
From beyond the arc, it's deflected. Here's Augustine. The feed to Carmelo. The 15-footer. The rebound by Noah.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Here's Freak. Out of bounds. New York takes possession. Courtesy of the 2K leaderboard, here's a peek at the league's top scorers from a season ago. Third is Carmelo Anthony.
And looking back, his points per game really underscore the fact that he never took a game off. I mean, one special performance after another all season long.
We got to be more physical on defense. They are getting to the middle of the floor way too easy. Get into them on the perimeter. Posts. Rotate over and make your presence felt. Quit being so soft.
Well, we've got a moment here now, Kevin, to look back to last year's Knicks. 4th in opponent field goal percentage. 9th in free throw percentage. As for the rebounding numbers, not as strong as you would think. Top 20 in the league. They certainly are capable of better.
And you mentioned their ranking in terms of opponent field goal percentage. Such an important stat. They did not give up the easy looks. You really had to work for whatever you got.
Chicago leading by 9. There's the pass to Freak. Lets it fly. And that one comes up a bit short.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks. If he's taking
I sent the 15, he sent the 8.
like that.
He like, you got knocked out. Back
I
out.
don't care how hot he may or may not be. He's not making that one.
Here's a follow and fouled hard. That
Well, if he on here, if you get if somebody foul you or you get fouled, they're going to hold the 3 fingers.